Are you ready to get this mind-blowing training from our guest speaker all the way from the United States of America? Are you ready to welcome Bella? If you're ready, let me see some fire in the house. Let me see some I am ready in the house there. Let me see some massive, massive welcome for our leader. So we will get to learn today, not just from an ego manager, guys. This is a chairman's bonus qualifier. This is also a global rally qualifier, guys. We are talking about doing not even 1.5K, 2.5K. And you know what? Currently, they are soaring ego managers, soaring ego managers. So, Belle, I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready. I'm turning the floor to you right now. Feel free to come through and you can share your screen. You can do your video, anything you want to do. But as you are coming on, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I truly appreciate you being ready to share with us what you do. I truly appreciate you being ready to come through and introduce to us what is it that you're doing on that side that's working. And I can tell you, we have hungry managers here. I am hungry, ready to learn. And I'm so happy and excited to actually finally get an opportunity to really, tap into the amazing things that you're doing on that side. So thank you so much. I mean, you had no reason to take your time for us. We know this is a busy time. You had no reason to say you're going to put everything aside and let me go and train. We are not even your downlines. We are not your team. We are not even in the US, but you are ready to be there for us and really train us. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. And it's really amazing to see the power of forever, which is the power of love, happening right in front of us. So the floor is yours and you are so welcome. Warm welcome, my leader.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, African leaders. Thank you to Enos and Elizabeth for messaging and reaching out and having me here today. When Elizabeth messaged me a few days ago, I said yes right away. I remember we met Enos and Elizabeth in 2014. Do you remember that? That was way back in Lake Tahoe at the Ego Manager retreat. That was years ago. And that's one thing that I love about Forever is the friendships that you get to have and the people that you get to meet along the way. So hello, everybody. I am so excited to be here with all of you and to share with you my journey in Forever and our experiences as well, together with my husband, Earl, and to also share with you the things that we are doing here in our business. So I have my slides here ready and excited to take you through this webinar today. So just a little bit about myself for those who are seeing me for the first time. I am Belle T. Garcia. I am currently here in Las Vegas. This is where we are based now. But originally, I was born and raised in the Philippines. So I'm actually an immigrant and came here to the US in 2008. I was 23 years old then. So you probably can calculate my age there. And so I came here because my background is in healthcare. I'm a physical therapist by profession. So there was a US company, an American company who hired me from the Philippines to come over to the States to start working as a physical therapist. That's my husband, Earl, that you see in the picture. And he is a registered nurse by profession. So we both started really here in the States as healthcare workers. And so just to give you a little bit of background as to how we got started with Forever, we started our business in January of 2012. Now, we both don't have any background in business whatsoever. I've never been involved in network marketing. And it was actually Earl's idea to get started in Forever. He heard about Forever way back in 2003 in the Philippines. He was still 19 years old at the time. He was a nursing student at that time. And he was invited to an opportunity meeting. And that was his first encounter with Forever. So fast forward, we moved here to the US. And at the back of his mind, he's told me that he always knew Forever was an amazing opportunity. And so the years went by, right? Until 2012, he made the decision. At that time, he was working 2 jobs. He was working 6, 7 days a week. And of course, that was the only way for us to make more income, is to work more hours in our job. We were trading our time for money. And he told me, I can't do this anymore. It was taking a toll on his health. And he said, I need to, there has to be another way that I could make an income so I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. So really, initially, we looked at this just for that additional income flow. And fast forward 10 years, I mean, it's been amazing where Forever has taken us. And now we are full-time in Forever. So I resigned from my job as a physical therapist in 2015. And Earl did the same with nursing back in 2012. So we've been full-time with Forever for quite a while now. And really excited about it up to this day. More excited today than we were when we first started. So anyway, later on, I will show you what Forever has given us along the way. But first, let's talk about Eagle. I have a good news for all of you. All of you leaders, you can be an Eagle manager. Yes, that's right. You heard me. You can be an Eagle manager. I think, first of all, you have to believe that it is possible for you. Because at this moment in time, as Enna said earlier, we do have 7 months left. And if in your mind you're saying, well, you know what? I only have 7 months left. I probably will not make it. I'll just do it again next year. And if that's your mindset right now, you're done. It's over with, right? But if you think, you know what? I can be Eagle manager. I can start today. If maybe you haven't started working for it and now you made that decision, you can still be an Eagle manager and we'll see you there in Pattaya. So, a lot of times when people reach the level of manager in the business, they think that that is the destination. And they think that, yes, I've gotten to manager and that's it. That's the end. But really, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. And unfortunately, there's so many managers who get to the manager level and then they relax, they slow down. And that's the reason why the Eagle Manager Incentive is such a brilliant program launched by Forever, because it helps managers keep going and it gives you something to look forward to. And when you answer the question, what's next for me? Then Eagle Manager is next. But a lot of times too, we ask the question, where do I begin? What do I do? Where do I begin from here? And so let's answer that question today. It really all starts with a decision. It all starts from you saying, okay, I want to be Eagle and I'm prepared to do the work. I'm prepared to do what it takes. Because unless you make that decision, nothing will happen. So a lot of times when you make this decision, you don't know how, you don't know, if you're going to really make it, but you make the decision now. And when you do that, then everything else will follow. And today I'm going to teach you exactly, what do we do on a daily basis and what do you do in terms of activities for your business to get you to Eagle Manager. But remember this, it all starts with you making that decision to say, I want to be Eagle or I'm going to be Eagle. So maybe the question in your mind is, why go for Eagle Manager? Well, because it teaches us to sponsor new people into the business consistently. What I've learned in the past 10 years in the business is people come and go in the business, right? Have you ever experienced that where maybe you've had team members who fade away or team members who take a break, right? Type in a number 1, maybe if you've experienced that, where you've had a team. We've experienced, our team and building a team, and then all of a sudden, the team just disappears or just stops doing the business, right? Okay, I see a lot of ones in the chat. Good. It's good to see that you're not alone, right? It's good to see that we all share the same experiences, because that is something that we have to embrace and to accept that it is part of the business. And we have to understand that if you want to grow here, if you want to build a big business, it's all about the new people. And it's all about sponsoring new people and going back to the basics and not forgetting that the sponsoring part, the recruiting part is a continuous process. You don't do it once build a team, and that's it, right? It is a continuous process. And that's why Eagle Manager is so great, because it teaches us managers to sponsor new people into the business consistently. Aside from that, it helps us develop habits that will create a long lasting business. Do you know that your habits create your future? Whether that's for good or for bad, it is your habits, meaning to say what you do on a daily basis, what is in your daily routine. That is what will bring you to either success or failure. And so Eagle Manager helps us develop habits that will create a long lasting business. I heard from Enos earlier. He said about having a sustainable business, and that is really what you want. You don't want a business that is up now and then down the next, and then that's it, right? We want to create that steady, stable, long-lasting business, a business that will give you generational wealth, not just for this generation, but the next, right? And so the key is, how do we do that? How do we build a long-lasting business? And going for Eagle is one way to build that long-lasting business. Check this quote out: "You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine." So if you really read and really analyze the quote here that you see, so if you want to succeed, whatever it is, not just in business really, but in all aspects of your life, there has to be something that will change in my daily routine. That is where the secret of success is found. And so this is really, for me, an eye-opening quote, because then we know the success is no longer, it's not, there's no magic bullet to success, right? The secret is found in my daily routine. So there has to be something that I do every single day. If you see successful people, top earners, there's something that they're doing, right, in their daily routine that is bringing them to that success. And so I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that we do here in the next slides today. So more reasons why go for Eagle Manager. Number one, it helps us to develop new leaders within our team. So what's so great about Eagle is you need to develop 2 new supervisors, right? And so that developing of new supervisors every single year helps you to develop more new leaders. And when you develop that habit, remember, it's all about the habits that you create. It builds or helps you build that stable business. Also, Eagle Manager is the bridge to chairman's bonus. Did you know that 35% of Eagle Managers actually become chairman's bonus qualifiers as well, which is amazing. So if you have bigger goals like chairman's bonus, then definitely Eagle Manager is that stepping stone for you to get there. Now, of course, personally, I love to travel. My husband and I, we love to travel. That's one thing that really attracted me actually to the Forever opportunity in the beginning, was all the free trips. And so, of course, with Eagle Manager, we get rewarded with, and if you haven't traveled with Forever, you have to qualify. We've been traveling with Forever since 2013. I'm going to show you some pictures later on of our first all expense paid trip. But, I remember on that first trip that we had with Forever, my husband and I, we told each other, we are never going to miss one of another Forever trip in the future. We're never going to miss this because it's such a great experience. It's not just, you travel to a place and that's it. As what Nick Woodward Shaw always says, it's an experience like no other. But that reward, that travel is really, for me, just the icing on the cake. The real reward when you go for Eagle Manager is the kind of business you build on your way there. Can you imagine the skills that you develop along the way? You grow into this person. And of course, the income that you also build along the way, right? And plus, at the end of the 12 months, you get to fly to a destination for free, all expense paid. I mean, it's just an amazing, amazing program. I hope that this message comes across and that you really make Eagle Manager your goal. So first, I think, is knowing what are the qualifications for Eagle? So just a little bit of review. I'm sure you already know this, but the incentive period starts from May 1st to April 30th. So it is 12 months. And then you have to be a manager first, right? Manager first. And then the case credits will start counting after manager is achieved. You need to generate 720 case credits total. And forever when they enhance something in the marketing plan, it's really in favor of us FBOs. And check this out. Now it is global case credits. Used to be home region only. Now it's global, and our team is super, super excited about that. And so there really are no limits now. 720 case credits global, 100 of which must be new case credits. And then, as I mentioned earlier, you must develop 2 new supervisor legs. And of course, 4 CC active and 12 CC leadership active every single month during the qualification period. So take a screenshot of this, or write this down. Of course, we need to know, first of all, what do I need in terms of volume to get there? And so now you know. So maybe their question now is, Belle, how do I get to that volume? How do I get that 720 case credits? I think that the beauty of network marketing compared to any other traditional business is duplication. Duplication is really the key to stability in this kind of business. And what we have learned over the past 10 years in our journey with Forever is having a system is so important. We call ours the Team Be Free system. We call our team Team Be Free because that's what we do. We help people be free. And so we have the Team Be Free system that really has made an impact in how our business has been going, especially when the pandemic hit. That system was really put to the test. And so I'll share a little bit about that system and how we do it, okay? So the key is duplication, meaning to say being able to duplicate whatever it is that you're doing, being able to duplicate that down to your team. And that's how you create that stable business. I came across this quote. I wanted to share it with all of you. And it says, if you want to be someone who attracts quality people, the key is to become a person of quality yourself. Many times I wish I had somebody, right? I wish I had somebody who was committed. I wish I had somebody who was consistent. Like, type in the chat right now. Think about the qualities of a team member that you would like to have. Just one. Type in the chat. What is one quality that you're wishing that you have a team member who is blank? Right? So let's see what your answers here. Okay, self-driven. I see self-driven. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay, committed. All right. Consistent. Okay, coachable. All right, thank you so much. I see positive, consistent, self-driven, persistent, a go-getter, right? Who is willing, has a great mindset. Okay, persistent. Thank you so much. So these are our criteria, right? Committed, coachable, self-disciplined. Okay, determined. Thank you so much for all your answers. I love them. I love them all. So think about it. If you're looking for that person who is 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these qualities that you're looking for, look at this quote. It says, if you want to be someone who attracts quality people, the key is to become a person of quality yourself. Am I committed? Am I self-driven? Am I consistent? Am I coachable? Right? Am I positive? Do I have a positive mindset? Am I determined? All of these things that you wrote. And so remember that we have to be that person first. A lot of time, because leadership is not telling people what to do. Leadership is showing them how it's done. So it really all starts with us, especially now that we are managers, right? The key is to continue. You don't have to be that person right now. If you're still not there, that's okay. You want to continue to develop to be that person, right? The person of quality that you are looking for. So going back to duplication, because that is the key to growing a big business here. Check this out. It doesn't matter what works. What matters is what duplicates. So this is a quote I got from Mr. Eric Worre. So he said, it doesn't matter what works. What matters is what duplicates. So that says a lot about duplication. And, that maybe you're doing something and you're so good at it. right? It's working for you. But the question is, can your team members do it as well? Are you able to duplicate that down to your team? So that's the big question. Because if you can't do it yourself also, it will be very hard for you to coach it down to other people. So what does this all mean? Now, not to worry, I'm going to be showing you exactly what activities I'm talking about here. What are the activities to do on a daily basis, not just for you as a leader, but also what do you duplicate down to your team? Now, in Team Be Free, we talk about 5cc a lot. Now, 5cc is something, it's a program we started, Earl and I started years ago, and we continued. In the beginning, it was just trial and error, just seeing how this would work. And it caught on, and the team really grew because of this program that we started. And so 5cc active, right? So 5cc active. Why 5cc active? Because 5cc active is different. It is special. It's an achievement. We have a minimum in our company policy, and that is 4cc active, correct? But when somebody does 5cc active, it's one step above average. And we have a recognition that we have set up in our team. So we have this Facebook group, and every time somebody reaches 5cc active, it is a big deal. We recognize them in the group. They even receive an incentive from their manager just for doing that 5cc. And it's been a practice that we have done in our team for many years now, and it has really encouraged the FBOs to stretch themselves, to get out of their comfort zone, and to strive to be better than average, to be better than just 4cc. You do 5cc active. So here is how we break it down to our team when I may be coaching a new assistant supervisor. And if you notice, it's just really keeping things simple, because the business really is, there's no need to overcomplicate things. And so how do you do 5cc active? So here are some combinations of how you can achieve 5cc, or maybe you're coaching it down to your new assistant supervisor. It's so important that they catch on that habit of performing and working on that 5cc active every single month. So for example, of course, in the upper left, you see 1cc personal, sponsor 2 new assistant supervisors. I'll give you 4. 1 + 4 is 5. Here, for example, 1cc personal, and then sponsor 1 new AS, which is 2cc, and then maybe 5 customers with 0.4 each. 0.4 here in the States, it's 1C9, for example, and that'll give you 2. So 1 + 2 + 2, that's 5cc active. And so maybe it's somebody who is a retail rock star, and he or she can retail 5 case credits. And then so that could be done as well. So these are very simple, I think, visual diagrams that when you show it to your new assistant supervisor, it really helps them understand, okay, because they may be intimidated by, how do I do 5cc, right? And so breaking it down and really showing them how it's done is critical, because once they develop that habit, guess what? We've had people in the team who've done 5cc active ever since they started years ago. And can you imagine the impact of that in your business also, when you are coaching and encouraging 5cc and recognizing 5cc active in your team? So really, if we look at it in terms of duplication, a healthy business is really a lot of people doing a little bit each. That is network marketing. A lot of people doing a little bit each. And in Team Be Free, we currently have between 80 to 100 5 case credits active qualifiers every single month. Not only do we recognize them individually, once they do it, we recognize them individually, and at the end of the month, we have this ranking as well, and we list down all of the names of everybody who does 5cc. People are excited about it. Recognition, I think, is such a big thing, that we should be doing, whether it's big or small accomplishment that they do in their business. People deserve to be recognized. People don't get recognized very much in their jobs, and so when we do that here, they feel valued, they feel appreciated, and that recognition is such an important thing when you are building a team. So is this helpful to you so far? I need to know if you are still with me. Go ahead and type in the word yes in the chat if you still are. I would appreciate that. Hope you are getting lots of value. We're halfway there, so there's more to come in terms of more on specific activities as to what we do. Thank you so much. Okay, I see your yeses in the chat. So keep them coming. Thank you, thank you. So now maybe you're wondering, okay, so what do we do on a daily basis, especially for a new person, right? When we coach somebody new, they just got started in Forever, and they are this brand new assistant supervisor that you have. What is the basics, right, of how do they get to 5cc? How do they get customers? How do they get or recruit new team members? So let's look at the formula. And when I coach, I like to keep it really simple. I believe that when it is simple, people do it. When it's too complicated, people tend to not do it. So you want to keep it really simple when you're coaching and you're mentoring somebody, and encourage people there's no need to overthink it, because it's really just a simple concept. So it's just step 1, step 2, and step 3. Number 1 is using the products. So I have here some of our team members in Team Be Free on the screen. So first, of course, and as managers, we know this is very, very basic, but I think we should all need to emphasize this with somebody just starting or somebody still growing their business, and remind them how using the products is the foundation of their business. So be your own best customer. We are in the recommendation business, and so it's very difficult for you or challenging for you to recommend something you don't use yourself. And so we have Facebook groups that are dedicated to product use. We actually created this community on Facebook where we have like 11,000 people in that Facebook group now, and it's just a growing community of people using Forever products. So every single day we have people sharing their stories, their testimonies, how they mix their drinks, how they use the skincare products. And having that community on Facebook has really helped us with retention, especially with our customers. And it encourages business owners to keep on using the products, encourages customers to reminds them, and actually acts as like a follow-up strategy as well. When they see, when people scroll on their news feed, they see that the group is really alive and people are posting. So a lot of business owners post in that Facebook group as well. So anyway, using the products, make sure that you are encouraging this down to your team, and making that maybe a community so that they are reminded every day of product use. Number 2 is you want to build a customer base of product fans. So the secret to our business really is about talking to people. I mean, that's the bottom line of what we do. Whether you're doing that on social media, whether you're doing that face-to-face, conversations lead to your commissions. You need to start conversations. And so there's so many ways on how to do that. Here, what we do is we're very big on curiosity posts. So I'll show you some examples in a little bit. Results posts. So sharing results of the products. Also, that's marketing, right? When you're posting. But don't forget messaging. We can't just market and just wait for people to, yes, they'll probably message us and they'll ask us what that product is and how do they buy it. But don't forget about prospecting. Prospecting is you reaching out and messaging people or asking people if they're open to taking a look. That's all that we do. We have to understand that prospecting is not convincing. Prospecting is simply asking people if they're open. Are you open or not open? Great. Are you open or not open? And if you keep it that simple, and if you're new assistant supervisor understands that that is what we do. We're not here trying to convince everybody to join or convince everybody to buy. That's not our job. Our job here is simply to see who's open, who's not open. If they're open, we give them more information. And it's up to them to decide. They evaluate that information, and the prospect will have to evaluate that information for themselves and see if it's right for them, right? That's what prospecting is all about. And also asking for referrals, right? Maybe you have customers already who are product fans. Are you asking them for referrals? Are you asking them, hey, would you happen to know anybody who would also benefit from this product? Maybe they'll think of a family member. Maybe they'll think of a friend, right? Maybe you can start a referral program. You can say, well, if you have 5 of your friends who will also do the C9, or 3 of your friends who will do the C9, I'll give you this gift, right? I'll give you this product for free, right? So maybe start a referral program, giving samples, of course, sharing your experience. Your experience, that is one of the best tools that you can have when you're sharing the product. Not just your own experience. If you don't have a specific experience, let's say with that person, you can ask, or maybe share somebody else's experience with the product, somebody else's results. So share other people's results about the products. Adding and tagging in the groups that I mentioned earlier about our product groups. Gift giving, now that the holiday season is upon us, right? I mean, just this week, I do a once a week training with our team. And just this week, the training was all about building a business during the holidays, because this is such a huge retail opportunity when the holidays come. So the holidays are not a season for us to slow down and to relax and, and wait until January. No, this is a time for us to actually double time, because even the big brand stores, this is their best time of the year. So why should we relax, right? So gift giving, encourage that. Maybe being a personal shopper, our products are so giftable, and so it's a great retail opportunity. And of course, don't forget to follow up old customers also. And our products are consumable. That means to say that when you follow up, there's repeat orders. So this is how, or just some of the things, I hope that it helped on how to build that customer base of product fans. So here are some examples of some of our team members who posted on social media. As I mentioned earlier, we're very big on curiosity posting. So here are some examples, and just a tip when you are doing this in your stories or when you're creating reels about it, right? Don't talk about what the product is. Talk about what the product does. What does this do, right? And so because a lot of times we talk about what the product is, like all the ingredients and the vitamins and the minerals and the amino acids in this product, but what really will attract your consumer is talking about, what does this product do? What can this product do for me? What problem does this solve? That is, and you can tell them all the details after, but we're talking about attraction marketing here. And, remember, facts tell, stories sell. I truly believe that. And it's about sharing stories. And again, talking about what the product does. All right. So those are here's just some examples of, how we do that on social media. Now, number 3 and the last is building a team of forever business owners. All right, so this is now the recruiting. So the question is, are you speaking to people about the business? And so marketing yourself, I'm going to go through this list. Market yourself still, social media. I'll show you some examples in a little bit. We also do curiosity posting in terms of sharing the benefits of being in business with us, benefits of being an entrepreneur, benefits of having a side hustle, benefits of having that additional income every month, right? The travel for free and all these things. Do that in curiosity posting. Results post as well, sharing results, maybe not your own, but sharing the stories and results of other people. Of course, once again, going back to the basics, prospecting. Now you're asking people if they're open to taking a look at the opportunity. Are they open? Are they not open? If yes, great. If not, no big deal. Move on to the next person, right? Just see who's open and who's not. Asking for referrals, same thing. Now, you want to show the behind the scenes of your business. Show the flexibility. No, not every business out there you can have the flexibility that you have now with Forever. I bet you're in your pajamas, you're at home, right? Not all businesses you can have that kind of flexibility. Showcase that on social media. What else? Maybe the fact that you have support. You have people supporting you. You have trainings that are free. That people pay thousands of dollars for coaching and for training. So when you have something like this, where I'm listening and I'm learning and I'm being coached on how to make more money for free, right? That's something that you want to showcase as well on social media. What are the benefits that here in network marketing that your audience may not know? Show the behind the scenes of your business. And also, we book as many one-to-ones as we can. That is how we are able to recruit new team members. It's always via Zoom. We do a lot of one-to-one business presentations, and that again is duplicated down to the team. By they just meet their prospect on Zoom, and we have that format as well, how the one-to-one goes. So having a system is so important. I mentioned this in the beginning. Have a system. To have a new AS, what's next for them? Do they have the same training that they watch, or a video that they watch, or maybe a coaching session that they all go through? So that's your onboarding process. How about for customers? When you bring in a new customer, what's next? Where do you bring them to? What tools do you have to cater to the new customers and to new customers? So once you have developed a system, you also want to develop tools, because tools make it easier for your team to duplicate what it is that you're doing. Tools, I love videos as tools. You can have Facebook groups, that could be a tool as well. So you can create all these tools that your team, even an assistant supervisor, can use. And once you have those tools, wow, that duplication will just happen right in your team. So have a system in place, and also create tools that everybody can use, even the new person can start using. So here's just some examples of posts on social media, maybe that talks about the business. So not marketing the product, but more on marketing and showing the behind the scenes of the business side, the business opportunity. So just a few examples from our team here. All right. So I hope you got a lot of value from our step 1, 2, and 3. Use the products and building a customer base, and now building a team, right? And keeping that really, really simple. And, a lot of times people have issues with their time. They're like, I don't have the time. Have you ever gotten that? Like, oh, I don't know if I can fit this business into my day. I'm so busy. And we started to implement what we call the power hour. And the power hour is 1 hour of productive work. You see, we can be so busy doing other things, but are really not income generating activities. And so you want to coach the power hour, do the power hour yourself and coach it down. And what do you do in this 1 hour? Right? You do your social media marketing. I've just shown you some examples there. And then you go for the no, meaning to say prospecting is an important activity in that power hour. So asking people, messaging people if they're open to taking a look. And lastly, work on your personal development. You may spend a few minutes reading a book, listening to a podcast, watching a video, right? Listening to a webinar that's working on your personal development. And so if you're wondering, Belle, what do I do on a daily basis? This is it. This is it. Keeping it simple. As network marketers, this is what we do, right? You engage on social media, and you go for the no by asking people if they're open, and you work on personal development. And you do this every single day. I promise you, you will get results in your business, and you will be an Eagle manager. So I have here on the screen a 1-year plan to Eagle. So just in case, for you or for somebody in your team, you may be able to use this diagram and this plan and this guide. So, even if somebody, let's say, for example, started out as assistant supervisor in May, they can be manager in August and still reach Eagle Manager by the end of April. So maybe you're already manager right now, right? And so this is you, and we're in, or the beginning of October, and this is, you don't have to follow this, of course, but it just shows you that it's possible. And so make a plan as to volume, make an activity plan as well. What do I do on a daily basis to get there? And so I hope this helps. Feel free to take a screenshot. You may be able to share this also with somebody in your team. So the key is in the planning. What we do with our managers is we plan with them individually every month. And we sit down with them, we talk about their progress. It's sort of like an accountability meeting. I think that having accountability in this business is so, so important. And so maybe you haven't been doing that with your team. So start meeting with them and just sitting down and talking about, maybe they have some struggles in their business, some challenges, and help them overcome those, maybe create an action plan, and then plan their case credits. Where are you at right now? Okay, here is what we need. So maybe this is, the plan for the next 7 months. This is what we do so we can get to that 720. So I think, and planning has really, really made a big difference. That sit down meeting, we do it via Zoom for those who are in other states, other cities. When they're here in Las Vegas with us, our managers, we set a time, we sit down with them, and we plan their business for the next few months. And we do that every single month. Sometimes we even do it twice a month, or maybe one at the beginning, one at the end. And it really helps to just sit down, talk about their activities. And it also really you don't know where they are in their mindset, and them meeting with you, they can actually get some of your energy. And that's all they need. Maybe they just need somebody to empower them, to inspire them. And so if you don't communicate with them and just say, okay, do your own thing, it'll be very hard. And so meet with them, meet with your managers one by one, meet with your team members. I do this with assistant supervisors, and that 30 minutes to 1 hour meeting, wow, it can make a huge difference in their activity, in their case credits in the next 2 weeks or in the next month. So don't forget to start planning meetings with your team. We still have 7 months to go, so anything is possible. So I just want to share a little bit of how Eagle Manager has changed the course of our lives and changed the course of our business. So here we are. This is our very first time to qualify for Eagle Manager back in 2013. And that was to Sardinia, Italy. And I mentioned to you earlier, right? After this trip, we were like, we're never going to miss another trip again. And so we really worked hard to work for the future trips after this. So what an amazing experience it has been. The long-term results of everything, just doing the basics, creating new habits, doing the power hour has given us, and I love to travel. I think I mentioned that many times in this webinar. But wow, what a dream come true to be able to visit all these new countries and places, be able to taste their food and experience their culture. That's what I love about travel. It's such, the things you learn when you travel. I think it's the best education when you go and explore other places. So we've qualified for Eagle Manager year after year. So we've been, and we're so grateful for this, and all glory to God. We have qualified for Eagle Manager 10 times in a row. So going to Cancun will be our 10th time being Eagle. And what makes me really excited is, in the beginning when we qualified, it was really just the two of us. So it was just my husband and I. We didn't have any team members that came with us when we, first started in the business. And we qualified every year, and we would look at other teams, look at all these other leaders, and they would bring their teams with them. And that was really our wish, or our goal, right? To be able to bring other people in our team. We want them to experience what we've experienced. After every trip, we would come home, talk to our team, and Earl would say, I wish I could just transfer my eyes to your eyes so you can see what I've seen in forever. So that was really our goal, is to be able to bring, and year after year, we started in, I believe it was in 2015, where we first were able to bring another couple with us. We had another Eagle manager in the team who joined us, who qualified as well. And that number, little by little, it grew. And we, 2019 was to Pattaya in Thailand. And later I'll show you more pictures of travel. But not only that, we've also had several Forever to Drive incentive qualifiers in the team as well. And we're very, very proud of what they have achieved. And again, it's because there's really no secret. It's just going back to the basics, and doing that activity every single day in their business as well, and the duplication that has happened. So in 2021, of course, because of the pandemic, there was no Eagle Manager Retreat that happened. But the Forever North America team, they actually we had here also an all expense paid trip to Arizona. So that was in 2021. And, coming out of the pandemic, 2020, 2021, right? And this was the largest group of Eagle managers that we brought with us, that who qualified as well. We had 10 Eagle managers who qualified for in 2021. And for Earl and myself, that was a huge accomplishment. And I'm actually 10 couples, so there were like 20 of us, right? It was a huge accomplishment, I think, on our end, because it was really a dream. It was really a goal to bring other people with us and to help them experience what we've experienced. And it came true. And again, that's what I'm getting emotional thinking about it. And it's because of the duplication that, has happened within the team. And oh my gosh. And it happened during the pandemic, really. Our business doubled from 2019 to 2020. And it just kept on going, 2021. 2022, we had the global rally once again. How exciting. And so we were in Abu Dhabi for the global rally, and it was our very first time to achieve level 2 chairman's bonus in our business. And so here we are on the ride together with our other team members as well, who qualified for chairman's bonus. And again, makes us so proud to see people also growing, in the business in forever. And it reminds me why we're here, right? As leaders, is we forget sometimes, we're in this hamster wheel, and we forget sometimes why we're here, why we're doing it. And Earl and I, we found it's a newfound purpose now for us, is really to help other people. We've experienced forever in the past many years, and we find it our mission, we find it our purpose to also share this amazing opportunity with other people. It really has changed our lives. And so, we also want to impact other people's lives with forever. So over the past 10 years, we didn't do it fast at all, and we're still growing. I'm still learning. And it's been an amazing journey of growth, especially for me. I've never done anything like this. I was formerly shy, and I really have grown in self-development throughout this journey. So over the past 10 years, we have received more than $120,000 in chairman's bonus checks alone. And again, we're so grateful for Forever for this opportunity. And again, first time with level 2. And we're gonna, make that as our goal every single year now, is to go for level 2 and even level 3. So this time to Cancun, we're actually flying out in how many days? Just a few days. A week from now, it's going to be the Eagle Managers Retreat. So everybody's excited. We have our 2022 Cancun qualifiers here, our Eagle managers. We have some repeat Eagle managers. We now have some new Eagle manager first timers as well. So what an exciting time. And that's the beauty of network marketing, the beauty of duplication and network marketing also is when you succeed here, it's not just if you want to succeed, if you want to make it, the only way is to help other people make it as well. So make that as your motto as you go forward in your business. So we're so excited. I hope for those Eagle managers also qualified. Can't wait to see you in Cancun next week. All right, so let me allow me to close our webinar here today. I hope you got value, and I hope you learned a lot from what we've talked about and enjoyed your time with me. So some top tips, just to summarize what we have talked about today. Number one is, as I've said in the very beginning, make a decision. Once you've made a decision, have non-negotiable goals. Meaning say if you have a goal, because it's so easy to write a goal down and then say it's okay, if you don't meet it, maybe next year, maybe next month, right? So have non-negotiable goals if possible. Break it down monthly. So let's say Eagle Manager is my non-negotiable goal. I'm gonna break it down monthly. This is what I need. How am I going to get these case credits? How many people do I talk to, right? You want to break it down into activity goals as well. Decide to do this as a profession. Decide to go pro in network marketing. So go back to the basics. What I've just shared with you here is, I'm sure, nothing new to you. And keep on doing it. Keep on doing the basics. Do 5cc yourself, 5cc active, and coach 5cc active down to your team. Remember, it's all about sponsoring new people. All right, we can't do anything about maybe those who have faded away, or you don't want to drag people to the business, right? It's all about the new people. So sponsor at least 2 to 3 new assistant supervisors per month. Develop new supervisors, and if you actually make the habit of developing new supervisors, that's a really, really good thing in your business. Create an organized system with tools for your team. So I mentioned that earlier. Be persistent even if you don't hit your goals. So there are times life gets in the way, we don't hit our goals, don't give up. Keep on going, keep on going. Strive to break your own record and stop comparing yourself with others. Stop comparing yourself with others, period. Comparitis, right? That is the sure way to unhappiness. If you start to compare, how fast others are and I'm slow, or they got this, I didn't get this. So if you do that, you'll be totally unhappy. So compare yourself with yourself yesterday. That's what you do. You strive to break your own record. Be inspired by other people, but stop comparing yourself with them. And lastly, keep the business simple and duplicable. So that's the key to long-term business in network marketing. So overall, in the past 10 years, Forever has really, as I've said, given us so much. We qualified for Eagle, have already mentioned, from 2013 to 2022. We're on our way to being soaring Eagle in 2023 for Pattaya. We've qualified for Chairman's Bonus from 2014 was our very first check. Every single year until 2022, qualified for level 3 Forever to Drive. And we've been a Global Rally qualifier as well. We're currently at 2.5K 2014 to 2022. So this is not to impress anybody at all, but just to impress upon you that it is a real opportunity, that there is no magic bullet to this. It's just creating the right habits. That is what will bring you to success, and helping other people get there. I mentioned in the beginning or earlier in this webinar, I was formerly shy. I was the kid in the class who never raised her hand. And, this journey, not only has it given us all these things, but for me, it was more of a self-development journey. And if that's the reason you're here, awesome. You'll grow here so much. I don't think I've grown this much in my job before. And in network marketing, it has really, really helped me grow, as a person, in my confidence. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're listening to me right now and you're thinking, I'm that person too. I'm shy and I don't know anything about business. you can grow. Anybody can get better. You can get better. You can make progress in your business. Enjoy the journey. Have fun. Enjoy this journey of growth. And last year, I was asked by Forever to speak at the Eagle Managers Retreat. 2021, we had it right in Pattaya. Not sorry, in Arizona. I mean, excuse me. So we had it in Arizona, and but that was broadcasted to, when they told me it's gonna be broadcasted to the entire world. Wow, I was so nervous. It was definitely out of my comfort zone. But sometimes when you do something that you initially thought you can't do it, and then you go ahead and do it, it will feel so good afterwards. So I just want to end with this quote from Zig Ziglar, which really summarizes or encapsulates everything about network marketing. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you, Enos and Elizabeth, for having me. And have a good night, everybody.
Wow, wow, Belle, oh my God, oh my God. I don't know about the rest of the people, but for me, this has been, I don't even want just to say mind blowing. It has gone straight to my heart. I mean, you have really spoken to me. You have definitely given me a sleepless night tonight. It will be very difficult for me to sleep tonight. And this has been amazing, honestly, from my heart. And I'm looking at the appreciation that I'm seeing there on the chat, and I'm telling you, those are not just people trying to say thank you in a good way. No, I can read through them and I can see people are really impacted, and not just here on the Zoom chat, people that are inboxing me right now on my WhatsApp saying, Enos, thank you for this training. This has been amazing. It has been simply amazing. You have, I don't even know how to even appreciate enough. This has been awesome, awesomely amazing. I mean, you've touched every area. You've given us exactly what you do. You have shown that it is possible. You have shown that anybody can start right now and still manage to finish it, because I'm sure that's what people want here. They want to even be reminded that it is still possible for them to finish. And you have just done that in both ways. I mean, you have done that from the mindset point of view, and then you've again, coupled it with some concrete to-do list that people can just jump into them and start getting results. So for me, this has been simply amazing, and it's a rare chance for each and everybody here. And before I even move further, I just want to give maybe like 5 minutes. If anybody has got a question or anything that you want to say, maybe you don't have a question, but you've been touched in a certain way, and you feel like you have something that you want to share here, you can let me know on the chat there, and I will be more than happy to unmute you. I'll be more than happy to, so that we can hear your voice. I know you are all writing a lot, but if anybody wants to speak, you can raise your hand, or you can just put it there on the chat, and I will unmute you so that we can hear what it is that you want to say. Or if you have a question, if there's something that you wish to, kind of grab much deeply from Belle, then you can definitely do that. And one thing I need when we are in Cancun together is I need, first of all, some photo shoot sessions, because you guys, your photos are another level. I'm
For
telling you,
sure, for sure. We'll take
another
that photo.
level. Another level. I'm telling you, simply amazing. So wow, this is just awesome and amazing. Let me check if there's anybody here on the chat that has a question or anything. Please let me know before we go on to the next part. You don't want to miss out this opportunity. If you've got any question, then please. All right. I have someone there that has sent a message there on the chat asking, how is your average day like? How is your average day like? Yeah, so I have that
Okay.
question there for you, Belle.
Thank you so much. So the beauty about Forever, I think, when you go full time is you decide your schedule. So in a day, of course, we do have meetings already scheduled ahead. So it's either we have one-to-ones, which is our business presentation. We do it all via Zoom. So we pretty much just stay home, or we go to a cafe somewhere where there's internet. So we have those one-to-one meetings. I also have planning meetings most of the time with the team. Of course, spending time with social media marketing. So I would create content like a reel, for example, or putting it up on my stories or posting. So I spend time on that. And then as well as starting conversations. So basically, sitting down here at home, hand on my phone and chatting with people, because that's prospecting is the lifeblood of our business. And so a lot of times when we achieve all these things, and as leaders we forget to prospect and we start managing our team. So let's not forget that. So my day consists of spending time on social media, and then starting conversations with people, having one-to-one Zoom meetings, and planning meetings as well. So I hope that helps.
All right, thank you, thank you. I see one person has raised her hand. I'm trying to unmute. All right, you can go ahead. Warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to have been part of this meeting. I would like to ask, Belle, you mentioned something about going for the no, and that somehow cripples me sometimes when I want to make follow-ups. How do you overcome the urge of not wanting to hear a no when it comes to making follow-ups? I'd like to know on the following up part. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. That is a great question. Especially when I remember when I was still new in the business, I wasn't used to getting no's, right? And here's what I learned. There are three people that you will meet in your journey, three kinds of prospects. Number one are the people who will join now, meaning to say, you talk to them, give them information. I'm going to buy Start Your Journey combo pack. I'll join now, right? Number two are the people who will join later. This is not the right time for them. Maybe after a few weeks, maybe after a few months, even a few years, they join later. And third is when some people they join after they've seen your results, after they've seen all these, after they've seen you maybe get the free travel or get to manager or whatever, right? So some people join now, some people join later, some people join after. And many times we want everybody to belong to category number one. You got to join me now. And we have to understand it's not our timeline, it's their timeline. You have a gift. You are giving them an opportunity, or you are giving them the beauty of the products, for example. But no matter how beautiful the opportunity is, it's their timeline, right? So meaning to say, all we're doing really, I think, for you to help you handle the no's is for you to accept that our job is not to sign everybody up. It's not to get everybody to close everybody now. My job is simply to see who's open and who's not open. And if you have that program in your mind, then it will take away that pressure. It'll take away that disappointment. Focus on the activity, not the result, right? Because the result is something you cannot control. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. Instead of thinking, I'm going to get 5 yeses this month. Why not you go, I'm going to get 30 no's this month. That is what go for no means. It's really just a change in perspective and change in your mindset. So once you accept that, not everybody will say yes now, and that's okay. It's okay if they say no, then great. You just keep on going and focus on the activity rather than the result. So I hope that helps.
Wow. Thank you so much. Ooh. I think you have given us it's like what you have said is exactly what we needed. It's exactly what we needed, because we needed a little bit of everything. We needed a little bit of a motivation. we needed a little bit of being reminded that this is a business and there will be all its ups and downs, and we needed a way forward, and you have given us that way forward, exactly where we can start. Now, I have another hand here from Burundi, so I'm gonna unmute this vibrant, amazing leader from Burundi. Emmanuel, karibu. All right, Emmanuel, you can unmute yourself. I've unmuted you. And as we are waiting for Emmanuel to be ready, if you've got any question,
thank you very much.
Welcome, welcome, brother.
I'd like to thank you very much, Garcia, because she told all of what we need. I'm Emmanuel from Burundi, Bujumbura. I'd like to know, between face-to-face conference room coaching and the social media, what is your main way that you use in order that you reach all of those grateful and massive results consecutively? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Enos, I just want to clarify the question. It was...
All right. Yeah, he wants to know between face-to-face, as in meeting people face-to-face and doing activities face-to-face versus doing them online. Which ones are your major that are causing you to have all these consistent results?
Okay, thank you so much for that. All right, that's a great question. So here's the thing. When we started in 2012, when we started, we all did it face-to-face for at least a year. And that was because, I don't know, for some reason at the time, we didn't really know that you could do it online. So I remember we would drive, and the United States is a huge country. I remember Earl would drive 18 hours just to do a presentation, 4 hours just to do a presentation. And it came to a point where, of course, he couldn't leverage himself because, oh, I have to go here, but I can't go there, and he only had one body. So it was very difficult for us to run the business that way. So I remember in 2013, 2014, we started to do GoToMeeting, and we started these Zoom, online meetings, and that really, really changed the course of our business. I think that was one of the factors that brought us to get, chairman's bonus also, and Eagle Manager, is because we started to do these online meetings. So here's the thing, we still do a combination up to this point. The only reason why we don't do face-to-face a lot is because we're so far apart here in the US. And so we have a team in California, for example, or New York, and it will be physically impossible to get together. If we do have a chance to get together, like here in Las Vegas, we host a meeting once a month. So we do get together a lot here locally. But I would say majority of what we do, it's all done on Zoom and all done online. It was really put to the test during the pandemic because that was 100% online. So, and it worked. So, I can truly say that you can work this business 100% online because we proved it in 2 years, but nothing beats the face-to-face encounter. So if we can do face-to-face, we always do that.
Awesome,
yeah?
Awesome.
I hope that helps, Emmanuel.
Yeah, he's actually very impressed with the fact that Elle used to drive 18 hours to do a meeting, because Burundi is a very tiny country. By the time you've driven 6 hours, you're out of the country. All right, so something has popped in my mind when we are talking about the trainings that you do online, and then I'm thinking if you can share a little bit of your training schedules online, like maybe do you have it structured in terms of maybe every day, maybe Monday we do this training online, Tuesday this, or are you spacing it out? you know, to give people, because I get sometimes a little bit confused. Should we do trainings like every day, or we just do twice a week to give people an opportunity to do whatever they want to do? And also if you can, so one is the spacing and the schedule, and the number two, if you can also talk a little bit about how you actually, I mean, what you train. Do you do like maybe lots of business presentations or product sessions or this and that, like something in that line to give us an idea of your training timetable? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Enes, for that. All right. So we do every Tuesday night here in Vegas. It's 6 p.m. We do that team training just once a week, Tuesday night for 1 hour. And I have been doing that training since 2014, every single Tuesday. You know, nothing has changed. We have it at same time, same day. So what do we now? The rest. Let's start with the schedule first for the rest of the week. We only have one business presentation once a month. We used to do it every week, but now we only do it once a month. And we have supervisors. We actually have a supervisors and up meeting twice a month. It's on Wednesdays twice a month. And we have a managers meeting once a month, every first Sunday of the month. So that's pretty much all so I mentioned Tuesday, right? I said Wednesday, we have the supervisors and up only twice a month, managers meeting once a month. We also have what we call movie hour on Saturdays. Not every Saturday. We schedule it maybe twice a month or even just once a month now. During the pandemic, we used to do this every single Saturday because of course everybody was just at home. So we had more meetings during the pandemic, but now we've reduced it to just once a month. Movie hour is when we all get together on Zoom and we play like videos. Let's say I find a video on YouTube, like 5 videos, and it's like maybe 5 to 10 minutes long each. And I play that video, and let's say it's a video from Eric Worre or from Ray Higdon or from all these network marketing coaches, you know. So we play that video, everybody watches. At the end of the video, everybody shares what stood out for them from that video. So it's a good learning experience for everybody, especially for new people. So we have that movie hour once a month. We also have a power hour once a month on Sunday. Power hour is what I just mentioned. So we all get together, those who just want to join, and we sit down for an hour and I say, okay, so here's what we're going to do together. Let's do social media together. So we 15 minutes. All right, let's post a social media post. And when you're done, type in the chat, and everybody just does it. And okay, I'm done. Okay, next. And then, okay, now we're going to start conversation. So it's a very structured 1 hour that what they really learn and what the value from that hour is not just the activities they do in that hour, but new people and everybody else will get the idea. Hey, wait a minute, I can do the business in 1 hour, you know. And so that's same structure they can apply every day if they want to. So those are really all our meetings. In terms of trainings on Tuesday nights, it's different every week. Once a month, I do one product training once a month. One mindset training, and then the rest, it's either, let's say, about recruiting or how to do 5cc, or social media marketing, how to build a customer base, things like that. So those are some of our topics. So I do one product. So we pick a product category like skincare, for example, or Vital 5. And we talk about that in one session. The next week we do mindset, like more on having a positive mindset and all those, you know, how to, for example, I have a training on like next week or 2 weeks from now, I'm having how to shift to an entrepreneurial mindset, something like that. And then the rest would be just about business skills. It's very skills based, I would say, our training.
Yeah. And I love the titles. The titles, they're very very, very focused on what someone needs to actually do on daily basis. And if someone is trained on those, I mean, they have skills that they can really do it. And I love the way you've said when someone attends the power hour, you know, they've practically seen how they can run their business in an hour, so they can be slotting it in, you know, every day on their own with their own schedule. Wow, this has been amazing. This has been amazing. I hope everybody else has taken enough notes, enough notes. Now, before we officially close, you know, our session with our guest speaker and we move to a recognition of people as we normally do, I just want to give everybody like 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute maximum for you to kind of think through the things that we have grabbed here today and make a decision on 1, 2, maybe maximum 3 things that for sure you are going to start implementing tonight or latest tomorrow. If there are things that you can do tonight, latest tomorrow, but please make a list of 1, 2, 3 things. And when you are done with that, let me practice. Go to the chat there and say, I'm done. So this is going to be a power minute, not a power hour. So 1 minute, decide 1 to 3 things that for sure you are taking from Belle's training and you are going to implement, because we don't learn for the sake of getting knowledge. You know, we learn so that we can actually perform our business much, much better. So the clock is on now. 1 minute, hour. Wait, no. Power minute. No. So the power minute is on now. 1 to 3 things that you are actually going to implement. I'm also getting from that. All right. Congrats everybody for, you know, just picking the things that you're going to implement, you know, already puts you steps ahead. As you know, most people, most of the times we learn, but you know, when it comes to implementing, thank you so much. Wow. This confirms to me that we have the right people in the room. I mean, people are really implementing this, and yeah, definitely our 1 minute is up. Our 1 minute is up. So amazing people. I would like us to once again, please, Belle has done an amazing training for us. And I can tell because of how many people are inboxing me on my WhatsApp right now, saying, thank you for this training. Thank you for bringing Belle. Thank you for organizing this. And I want to really give massive appreciation to my wife, Elizabeth. You know, we're having a chat with her and saying, who can we bring for this one? And she's the one who came up with the idea of having Belle and to come and have a session with us. And we reached out to them and they were so positive. At first we were like, okay, are they gonna get time? We did not even give them a month. You know, we only contacted them last week, guys, you know, just last week, can you imagine? And they still said yes. So guys, I mean, thank you so much once again, Belle. Thank you so much. You have given me goosebumps. At some point, you almost made me cry. You know, at some point, I must confess, you made me feel a little bit guilty. Like, okay, no, you could have done this and this and this. You know, but you have really given me a very big wake-up call and seeing that, okay, you know, I can draw the line on the sand and say, okay, going forward, this is who I'm going to be. This is how structured I'm going to be. And really, thank you so much. And I'm telling you, all the people here in the meeting, when they meet you in Cancun, they are going to give you a seriously big hug. And we cannot wait to meet you in person. And I'm already booking an appointment with you in front of 165 people. So we cannot wait to meet you and learn much, much more from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Enos. My pleasure. And I look forward to meeting you. Those of you who qualified, look forward to, please come say hi. And I'd love to say hi to you in Cancun, and I hope to maybe do this again in the future.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, as we get on to